Eye on the Storm, Part 1. Graphic sources. A graphic source shows or explains information in the text. Pictures, maps, charts, timelines, and diagrams are all examples of graphic sources. As you read, use graphic sources to help you understand information. Compare information in the text with information in the graphic sources. A strategy: predict. Good readers predict. They think about what will happen next. Before you read an article, try to predict what it will be about. If there's a graphic source, be sure to look at it to help you predict. As you read, think about what will come next. Patterns in the information in a graphic or in a graph or chart can help you predict too. Right to read. Read Name the Hurricane. Explain in your own words how scientists in the year 2007 would use the list of names. Number 2, create your own list of hurricane names. Use the same pattern as the list of names in the article. Name that hurricane. A hurricane is a huge storm with powerful winds that forms over the ocean and sometimes hits land. Weather scientists or meteorologists track these storms and warn people. To help communicate about hurricanes, meteorologists name them. Hurricane names are taken from a list on a 6-year cycle. In other words, every 6 years, the same names are used. Not all the names are needed in any given year. It depends on the number of hurricanes that year. Some hurricanes have been so destructive that their names have been retired. For example, there will never be another Hurricane Andrew. This monster storm slammed into the Bahamas, Florida, and Louisiana in 1992, killing 54 people and causing billions of dollars in damage. Now, the first strategy. Look at the title and the graphic before you start reading. What do you predict this article will be about? And here was a skill located. Look at the title of the list. What is the next year after 2007 that the names on the list will be used? Another strategy. Is it more likely that there will be a Hurricane Barry or a Hurricane Tanya? Explain your prediction. And here's a skill. Look closely at this list. What can you tell about the order of the names in general and the order of the boy-girl names in particular? Vocabulary strategy for endings. Word structure. When you read, you may come across a word you don't know. Look at the end of the word. Does it have S or ED or ed? You may be able to use the ending to help you figure out the meaning of the word. The ending S is added to a noun to make it plural or mean more than one. The ending ed or ed is added to a verb to make it past tense or tell about past actions. Number 1, put your finger over the S or ed ending. Look at the base word. That's the word without the ending. Do you know what the base word means? Try your meaning in the sentence. Does it make sense? As you read hurricanes, look for words that have an S or ed ending. Use the ending to help you figure out the meaning of the words. Hurricanes. A hurricane is a large storm with high winds and heavy rain. It needs heat and moisture to form, so the best hurricane-producing place is the warm tropical ocean. As warm, moist air rises, cooler air moves in. Then the air begins to spin. The winds spin around a calm center called the eye. The strongest winds are around the eye. They may be 200 miles per hour. A hurricane's winds may extend out 250 miles from the eye. If a hurricane stays over water, it keeps pulling heat and moisture from the ocean, but it begins to lose its power as it reaches land, where the air is cooler and drier. Once it moves over land, it becomes weak very quickly. The destruction from a hurricane comes from both wind and water. High winds shatter windows and uproot trees. Besides bringing heavy rain, a hurricane can cause a storm surge as winds push ocean water to areas far inland. Meteorologists watch for and track hurricanes. They issue forecasts telling when a hurricane is expected to arrive so that people can prepare for the storm. Words to write. Have you ever been in a hurricane, tornado, blizzard, flood, or other severe storm? Write about your experience. Use words from the Words to Know list.